It is lucky Travis didn't get stuck there. And welcome back to Big Brother Live nominations. And to escort us through tonight's nomination tango and last night's double evictees, Emma and Rebecca. So please give them a warm welcome. How are you going?
Excellent, thank you.
Okay, now you've had a relaxing day with the family, away from the spotlight.
Yep.
And you've been doing interviews, is that right?
Yes, about 27 of them.
Oh.
Yes.
Now, what were they
counting.
asking you?
Oh, all sorts of questions. How do I feel about being out with Emma? Yes, a bit invasive. A few other things that were of a private nature, which were very difficult to ask, but very difficult to answer. So it's been conflicting on both sides today.
Have you been confronting people on the inappropriateness of their questions, or going with the ride?
No. I've just said, you know, obviously that's a very private matter, and that's not for me to discuss.
Well, you do realise you've made us incredibly curious about what these questions actually were.
It's a lot regarding, obviously, Emma's situation, and that wasn't fair for me to discuss.
Completely irrelevant to you, yes.
Completely. So they actually asked that a lot.
Yeah.
And so I had to sort of dismiss that because that was a very personal thing.
Yep, absolutely. And were they asking you about religion or
religion,
Jamie
boys and Jamie, and will I have a relationship, and was I ever in a drug rehabilitation program?
Oh, where did that come from?
Oh, who knows? It was something fabricated on the internet. I don't know. It was pretty funny.
Well, do you want to deny it now, or you want to fess up?
Oh, geez, it's obvious, isn't it? You know.
It's amazing, isn't it? Like the stories that can just start and spread. Now, you guys are here to help us go through nominations. Who would you have nominated tonight? Okay, for 2 points.
Probably Daniela, and 1 point Jamie.
Not Laura, because weren't you two... Oh, no, you two were okay, weren't you? And what about you? Who would you have nominated tonight?
For 2 points?
Yeah.
Regardless of what had happened tonight, like if we weren't evicted at all?
Yes.
Yeah. It would have been difficult. No, I think 1 point this week would have gone to Emma, not 2. It's 1.
Oh, there we go. Right.
You're stepping down. No, and 2 points probably would have gone to, this week, more of a strategic player would have gone to Joel.
Joel, that's interesting. He's hardly got any points at all. So are you two feeling like you're still in shock, having come out of the house? Last night is such a blast, isn't it? Like,
absolutely.
Where am I? What's going on? There's thousands of people. Today, are you getting used to the big wide world again?
Trying to. It's very awkward having people, you know your name, walking down the street and things like that. So it's, well, walking through big, Dreamworld. There wasn't much of a street, but that's pretty much what I did. I walked through Dreamworld. Oh, Rebecca! So one little girl goes, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, there'll be odd reaction for a while. Well, now we are going to judge the reactions of people in the Big Brother house, because you guys have never witnessed the nominations of this series. All right, we'll get cracking with it. Coming up next is Thomas, the man whose own family nicknamed him T-Rex. We do not know why. So who will our unlikely Thunder Lizard take a nomination chunk out of this week? Let's cross to the diary room.
Love it.
Thomas, who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction, and why?
For 2 points, I nominate Laura for complaining about the tasks, consistently getting fines, and showing little or no remorse when she does get fined.
What are you actually nominating her for?
I'm nominating her for showing...
Be specific.
For showing little or no remorse when she gets the fines. I feel it's very, very frustrating because everyone's trying so hard, and I don't think she tries quite as hard.
Who do you nominate for 1 point for eviction, and why?
For 1 point, I nominate Travis for trying to stop people from singing in the house. I really love music, and I think people should be allowed to express themselves freely.
Unacceptable. What are you really nominating him for?
I'm really nominating him specifically for paying out on Daniela and Laura when they were...
You can't nominate for other housemates. Unacceptable. You're running out of time.
I'm nominating Travis for stopping people from singing in the house because I really like music, and to me, I like listening to my other housemates sing, and I felt like it was unreasonable of him to try and stop.
Last week you said he was an all-round nice guy. You're not being honest.
That's the honest truth, Big Brother. I genuinely want to nominate him.
50 seconds left.
I genuinely want to nominate Travis this week for trying to stop people from singing. I like listening to Laura and Daniela sing, and I thought it was really unreasonable of him to try to stop them from singing during the camping task.
If you're nominating on personality, then you need to explain it. You haven't.
Okay.
And you haven't much time left.
I'm nominating Travis for trying to stifle housemates' personality in here. I think it's really limiting. It's the best I can do. I'm sorry, big brother.
Your best isn't good enough.
Okay.
Big Brother is awarding you 1 nomination point for not nominating properly. Next time, Big Brother will put you up for nomination.
Okay.
That is all.
Thank you.
Daniela, to the diary room.
Jeez, that was speedy as.
That was quick, Thomas. That wasn't very quick.
Thomas did a Barry.
Daniela, who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction and why?
For 2 points, I nominate Andrew. Basically, he's the person that I've gotten to know least in the house. Tomorrow will be my 3rd week, and I don't think I've had a conversation that consisted of more than...
Unacceptable. The guidelines are clear, saying you don't like one housemate more than another is not acceptable.
Personality. It's based on personality. We obviously don't get along. I like to have deep and meaningful conversations. He doesn't, so therefore we haven't communicated together at all.
What has he done or said that deserves your nomination? Be specific.
Nothing. When I try to make conversation with him, it goes absolutely nowhere because he's more interested in speaking with people that he has already formulated friendships with rather than myself.
Your nomination is still unacceptable and you're running out of time.
Okay, so my nomination for him is based on personality. I find that even though I've made efforts to try and get to know him, he's not willing to get to know me for whatever reason that is.
So what are you trying to say about him? Explain it.
I'm trying to say that he's not an open person and is up for making new friendships like I am, so therefore it's based on his personality. My vote is based on his personality.
Who do you nominate for 1 point for eviction and why?
Okay, for 1 point for eviction, I nominate Laura. Being inside this house, it's based on doing tasks every week. She's really, really difficult to get along with when we do a task. If there's a set job to do...
Get to the point, you're running out of time.
Okay, basically, it makes it very hard to live in the house with someone that whinges every time we have to do something.
You have 30 seconds.
Because, oh my God, it makes it just hard. We have all these tasks that we need to do and she whinges and she doesn't do it, and when you try and help her she gives you attitude, and that makes it really difficult for you to get things done in the house, things that we have to do every week, and I think it makes it hard to live with her for that reason.
Accepted. Next time, come to the diary room more prepared. That is all.
Okay.
Okay, grumpy Big Brother. Can you understand when Big Brother says, no, you have to explain it more or that's not acceptable? Like, do you understand what his parameters are when you're nominating?
Not really.
No.
So you just go blah as much and just hope, do you?
Absolutely.
The guidelines are not as specific as it seems. Like, it seems really clear-cut, but it's really not that easy.
And do you rehearse? Like, do you go into a quiet corner and go, I nominate so-and-so because...
I don't. I just put it out there and sometimes it's accepted, sometimes not.
Well, you, of course, received a nomination point with Alicia for talking about nominations, which ironically then got Big Brother thinking, I will stop this nomination talk, I will turn it all around and have you all nominate for strategy. Remember, competition and a threat.
Yep.
And then, ridiculously, you ended up out of the house. But you probably don't know that is the 3rd time that Thomas has received one of those points. We think Big Brother is jealous of his good looks.
Seriously good looking.
Well, I'm sure Thomas would agree. OK, now it's time for Fireman Andrew to respond to the call of the nomination alarm. So let's cross to the diary room and see what sparks fly.
Andrew, who do you nominate for 2 points for eviction and why?
I have 2 points to nominate Daniela because I think she is extremely inconsiderate and selfish. Examples of this every night I go to bed, and lately I haven't been too well, and she just comes storming and yelling. You tell her off and she does it time after time after time with no consideration of